When we are courageous enough to tell our stories, we reclaim our power, empower others, and lift up the whole on our spiritual journey towards being a part of something greater than ourselves. I wrote that yesterday, inspired by a comment that somebody I've never even met wrote about a video I uploaded on YouTube. And what was that video? It was a part of my story that inspired her to write her comment, which inspired me to write that and then get in front of my own video camera here and share this with you. And what is my story? Well, a part of my story is that I felt that my creativity never really had a large role to play in my life. That I needed to go get a job and make money and use all my technical skills instead of realizing that my creativity and my story is how I am going to help people. So in college, I had a dream that I wanted to put together a multimedia show with an inspirational message so that I could change the world. And instead of that, I went and I got a job programming computers. And here I am 40 years later, having had the opportunity fall into my lap to get some new music gear and to understand that my creativity and my story is something I have to tell, and I don't have to apologize for it because this is how I am going to make my business. And so that's another lesson that I learned along the way, that without asking for the money, I can't help anyone. I can't support myself and give what it is that I have to give. And now what I have to give, what I feel I have to share, is to help other creatives like myself learn that their creativity and their story is relevant. And why do I believe this? Just look at all the people who have inspired you in your life. I just finished reading a book by Brené Brown, The Gifts of Imperfection. And what does she do in that? She tells her story about her nervous breakdown, slashed out spiritual awakening. That story is how we connect with others, and how I will connect not only with you and with the people that I want to help, but with my own healing, because I truly believe that telling our stories, telling my story, is how I am going to heal and how I am going to help heal others. So 40 years ago, I pretty much walked away from my electronic music, which was generally one of my passions. And this whole idea of doing this multimedia show, because the creativity is how we connect, and it's very powerful. And the song that you're hearing in the background is called Vortex, and I wrote this, well, most of this was written in college, but in 2001, I remixed it, and now here I am on the cusp of a new decade, 2020. I can't believe it, it's 2020. And I'm now realizing that this can be the heart of me telling my story. Thank you for being with me. If you are still here at this far into the video, I am connecting with you in some way, and that connection is what telling our stories is all about. We tell our stories to make a connection, to be a part of something greater than ourselves. That quest to be a part of something greater than ourselves is what I consider part of my spiritual journey. What's your spiritual journey? Where does your creativity come into your path? Where does it come into my path to make a business out of helping people with their creativity, of helping them tell their stories so that they can use their power to help others? Well, stay tuned. Should be interesting. Thank you.